Hey, Steve Noble, Noble Moto. Got the 2004 Honda CRF250X up here on the lift. And today we're going to remove and reinstall the front wheel on this thing. To remove the front... Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Recording there? Yeah, we are. To remove the front caliper, I want to do a couple things here. Take this little flathead screw here. Take this out. Ooh, that's tight. There's a little Allen screw in there. You're going to want to break that free now. All right. From there, you're going to take out this bolt and this bolt. They did not need to be that tight in the first place. Holy Jesus. Those are both the same bolts. Just keep them in a safe, clean location. You should be able to rock your caliper back and forth. Doo-doo! It should pop off of there just like that. And from there, you can see your pads down in here. Also see all the fork oil down here too. From there, to get your pads out, you're going to take this Allen screw the rest of the way out. It's a little pin that holds the pads in. Take that out of there like so. And you can slide the pads out. And this little anti-vibration squealer thingy. Slide both those out just like that. Those pads are pretty much shot. From there, take your wheel off. You're going to take your 22mm wrench, break that free. Set that in a clean, safe location. And there are two of these. There's these axle clamp screws on this side, and there's one on the other side. Or I'm sorry, two on the other side. Those actually squeeze the axle tight. You don't actually have to take those all the way out, but you do have to back them off of there. Full disclosure, I broke all these bolts free before the thing. So you can see there's a slit there now. Now that clamp is released off of that axle. Let's go over the other side. From there, you can loosen these two bolts up. Also did not need to be that tight. Woo! All right, now both of those are loose. Take your rubber face mallet or your dead blow, no steel. Give her a little swat, tappity tap, tap, tap. Once it slides out a little ways, you should be able to pull it on out of there. Remember, there's spacers in here. Careful when you lift this wheel up out of here. You have your wheel speedometer spacer thing on the right side. On the left side, there's just a general spacer, which is kind of stuck in there. So from there, should be able to roll the wheel on back. Pull the spacer out of there. Note the grooves go towards the tire side. And from there, should hopefully be able to scooch this sucker right on out of here. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Just like that. Let's put this wheel back on. Ugh. So we're going to roll her in here. Not like that, we're not. We're going to roll her in from back here. Do. Roll her on up into place. Do. Sound effects help. We have our clean and lubed axle here. This is going to go in on the right side of the motorcycle. And then our wheel speed gear, this would normally drive the speedometer. Someone has taken the cable off and they put some digital aftermarket speedometer on there. So this thing's just hanging out for the ride. There are two notches on the rim. They have to fit into the two notches here. I'm actually going to roll the wheel back. You just rotate that back and forth and you'll feel it pop into place. Now, you can put the spacer in there, walk it around, and we can roll this all back into place. Probably gonna have to pick up the wheel, wiggle everything around until it lines up. Should go in fairly smooth, minimal tapping and jiggling. You can give it very light taps. But remember, you want to be careful you don't have that thread on the other end binding up against something because you'll damage the threads. So very nice light taps, just like that. If it's making hard clunking noise, something's wrong. There you go. Now, find the nut and washer. It came off the front end of the thing. There it is. Find your nut and washer. Clean it off. Put that nut up on there, and then of course torque that to spec. Once that is torqued to spec, you can run all these little clamp bolts down in there. You can torque these to spec. Now to put your brake pads on, make sure everything's clean. Put that little metal spring tab right in there. Take your pads. Remember, friction material goes towards the rotor. These pads need replaced, but I don't have new pads right now. So we're going to put these back on here. Slide them in there. Then take this pin, slide it in so it goes through both eyelets on the caliper. And you can run this in there until it's snug. Okay, once your new pads are in there, you can spread them apart so they'll fit over top the rotor. Slide them over top the rotor. Just like that, maybe. There we go. It should slide up on there. From there, put your caliper bolts in. Get them both started in. Figure out where your 1/4-inch drive ratchet went. Then you can run both these bolts in there until they're snug. Snug them both up. And we're going to torque them spec. Set your torque wrench for 22 foot-pounds. Put them up on there. Tighten them down. Remember, once it clicks, stop tightening. Then from there, take your 5mm Allen you just had. Here, take your 5mm Allen, tighten this pit up. To tighten it up, you can take that little flat-headed set screw, put that in there. It's fine threaded, so it takes a light touch. There you go. That in there, then tighten this up. That will keep that pin locked in place. Now, before you go ride, make sure you pump the brakes a couple times because your pads have been squished back out, which means initially the first couple times you pull the lever, nothing's going to happen. You have to pump it back up and squeeze those pads back in there. But after that, you're ready to go ride. That's all I got.